Twitter. Keep it rolling with Sunday Fun Day. We say a lot on Twitter. As we always say, Gary's a fashion plate.
Yes.
He's a Maxinista.
Yes.
The rule is you dress for the job you want.
Not really that big of a deal. I'm similar to LeBron in that I, too, get to the rack in my advanced age, except I'm talking about Nordstrom Rack. All right, we are not the same. They have those in Mexico City, I am sure. Also can't go south of the border and not expect some booyaka, booyaka. Rey Mysterio blessing the Padres with the Lucha Libre masks. It worked. First MLB game played in Mexico City, San Diego. They would like an invite back because they hit 6 homers as a team en route to a 16-11.
All right, we have a geographic rip in the space-time continuum. That's Robert Eiler, actor, famous for playing A.J. Soprano on The Sopranos. Was he an annoying character at times? Sure. But his character lived in Jersey. He was a Devils fan. So what is this? What in the name of Chris Maltasanti is this betrayal? What in the name of Salvatore Bonpensiero, nickname we can't say, is this betrayal? What in the name of Tony Blundetto is this betrayal? He's rooting for the Rangers.
So multilingual, it's impressive. If LeBron wasn't a hooper, maybe could have made it as a DJ, because per Dillon Brooks' request, LeBron gave him 40, 20 boards, 22 points in the Game 4 win, then a 40-point win in the Game 6 closeout. LeBron, as a DJ, playing the hits. He sent some bars up on Twitter. We can't show those. Lots of four-letter no-no words. Also hit Instagram with an homage to mystical Braun, cold like a lion with no hair, fighting in the forest with a grizzly bear. Help the bear! Oh, LeBron, that's cold.
He also watches sports because we've been doing that. We've been
board. His other statistics were the ones that jumped off the page, namely his 7 turnovers.
I slipped a couple times, threw a couple bad passes. So, I mean, I only had 1 assist and 7 turnovers. We're not going to win basketball games like that. I damn near got half our turnovers. So, yeah, I put that on me.
I thought that they were just more physical, play with more force, especially in the second quarter. That's where we kind of lost some momentum. And the difference in possessions, turnovers and offensive rebounds just destroyed us tonight.
A common theme from all the Suns postgame, the massive three-point disparity. The Nuggets made 9 more three-pointers than the Suns, their second largest differential in a playoff game in franchise history. Suns head coach Monty Williams was frustrated and said them their shots, and that, on some of them, the team didn't even have their hand up. DeAndre Ayton swore that the Suns would be a completely different team by the time Game 2 tips off on Monday. From Denver, I'm Baxter Holmes, ESPN.
Also from Denver, he is our basketball analyst, Corey Alexander. You called the game on ESPN Radio, and we just heard Kevin Durant take ownership for the turnovers. We heard Monty Williams lament the lack of physicality. What did you see from the Denver defense that made things so tough on Phoenix?
Well, the first thing Denver did was they blitzed Kevin Durant and Devin Booker when they got the basketball in screen and roll action. And that's one of the things in Game 1. You're always looking to see how teams are going to defend you. And the turnovers became so, relevant for the Suns because it led to 18 points in transition for the Denver Nuggets. So when you don't have to play defense against them, you don't have to play against a set defense, you're going to score easily. But Monty Williams alluded to it, a plus attempts for the Nuggets was a big factor in this game. The offensive rebounding and, of course, the turnovers truly cost the Suns.
You shoot at that percentage. If you take that many more shots, it's going to lead to a lopsided final score. What adjustment, in your opinion, Corey, do the Suns need to make ahead of Game 2?
I believe the Suns have to run the Nuggets off the three-point line. You heard Monty Williams talk about it. You gave them their shots. They were shooting practice shots in the game. Oftentimes, it was almost as though they were daring Aaron Gordon to shoot the three, and Aaron Gordon shot 35% from three this season. He could make those, and, of course, he made 3 of them in the first half. He was perfect in the first half, didn't miss a shot. And they allowed the Nuggets to find a comfortable rhythm on their home floor, but the Nuggets did not allow that from the Suns. They were the more physical team, and they brought that extra effort in Game 1.
9 more made threes for Denver, more than enough to win this game. More from Corey Alexander coming up later on SportsCenter.
Gentlemen, we got to figure the other half of this other semifinal in the West. The Lakers and the rest of us going to find out tonight. It's a Game 7. Steph has carried the Dubs, averaging 31 points per game in this series. The only player ever aged 35 or older to score more points through 6 games of a postseason, Michael Jordan. De'Aaron Fox, he's been the guy for the Kings, even while playing with a broken finger in Game 6. Fox, the 3rd player in NBA history with 20 points and 5 dimes in each of his first 6 career playoff games. And after the home team won the first 4 games of this series, the trend, it's been flipped the past 2 games. If the Warriors win Game 7, this will be the first series in NBA history that saw the home team win the first 4 games and the road team win the last 3. Here's Kendra Andrews now with more.
When I asked Klay Thompson if the Warriors were ready for the level of intensity the Kings played Game 6 with, he had a simple answer. He said, "I don't think so." And that led to the Warriors losing that game and the Kings forcing a game. Now, despite that disappointing loss, the Warriors are relying on their playoff and championship experience and have belief that they can close in Sacramento. Thompson said, "It's up to us to go to Sacramento and do everything we did in Game 6, but opposite." He said, "I know we will respond. I've played at the highest level with this team, and I know what we're capable of. We will respond like the champions we are."
Yeah, Klay said it. The Dubs have been here before. They're 2-1 in Game 7 appearances under Steve Kerr. They're 5-5 in Game 7s as a franchise. I think these teams like each other. New York won 3 or 4 meetings during the regular season. They were all tight games, though. Each of them decided by single digits, while 2 of them by a single possession between the Knicks and the Heat. Now, despite not being high seeds, both teams cruising in the first round, each winning in just 5 games. This is going to be just the 3rd series ever between bottom 4 seeds and the first since 1994. That guy hit off one of the most dominant series in NBA playoff history, scored 98 points in games 4 and 5 against the Bucks, the most points over the final 2 games of a playoff series in league history. Here's Nick Friedel on how the Knicks plan to stop him.
Tom Thibodeau had the perfect description about his showdown with Jimmy Butler in the Heat as he got ready for Game 1. He said, "I know what he's about. He knows what we're about. Let's go." And that's exactly the mindset that Thibodeau wants his Knicks to have. He knows how hot Jimmy has been. He knows how great of a player he can be. He also has confidence that the Knicks defense can control Butler throughout the course of the series. You're going to see a lot of Josh Hart, a lot of Quentin Grimes. This Knicks team respects Butler and what he did against the Bucks. They know how great he is, but they believe if they limit his ability to move on the floor and they don't put him at the foul line, they're going to have an advantage in the series.
All right, and fortunately for the Knicks, Grimes and Hart have seen plenty of the Butler this year. 3 players in the league this season have defended Butler on at least 100 possessions. The Knicks have 2 of them in Grimes and Hart. Hart has been more effective slowing Butler down, holding him to just 27% shooting.
Elsewhere in the East, not the best injury news out of Philly. Joel Embiid likely doubtful for Game 1 against the Celtics tomorrow. So says the man who would put him in his lineup. Doc Rivers saying, quote, "If I was a betting man, Embiid would be doubtful to play in at least Monday's Game 1. MVP favorite dealing with a sprained LCL in his right knee that he suffered in Philly's first-round sweep of Brooklyn. Rivers said Embiid has not been able to do anything yet in practice. He's done plenty against the Celtics, though. This is what Rivers and the Sixers would be missing. This season, Embiid averaging 12 in 4 games against the Green. However, Boston did win 3 of those 4 meetings. So we've been having fun.
That's the graphic
On SportsCenter AM.
So they say on Twitter.
Keep it rolling with Sunday Fun Day. We say a lot on Twitter. As we always say, Gary's a fashion plate.
Yes.
He's a Maxinista.
Yes.
The rule is you dress for the job you want.
Not really that big of a deal. I'm similar to LeBron in that I, too, get to the rack in my advanced age, except I'm talking about Nordstrom Rack. All right, we are not the same. They have those in Mexico City, I am sure. Also can't go south of the border and not expect some booyaka, booyaka. Rey Mysterio blessing the Padres with the Lucha Libre masks. It worked. First MLB game played in Mexico City, San Diego. They would like an invite back because they hit 6 homers as a team en route to a 16-11 win.
All right, we have a geographic rip in the space-time continuum. That's Robert Eiler, actor famous for playing A.J. Soprano on The Sopranos. Was he an annoying character at times? Sure. He lived in Jersey. He was a Devils fan. So what is this? What in the name of Chris Moltisanti is this betrayal? What in the name of Salvatore Bonpensiero, nickname we can't say, is this betrayal? What in the name of Tony Blundetto is this betrayal? He's rooting for the Rangers.
So multilingual, it's impressive. If LeBron wasn't a hooper, maybe he could have made it as a DJ, because per Dillon Brooks' request, LeBron gave him 40, 20 boards, 22 points in a Game 4 win, then a 40-point win in the Game 6 closeout. LeBron, as a DJ, playing the hits. He sent some bars up on Twitter. We can't show those. Lots of 4-letter no-no words. Also hit Instagram with an homage to Mystical Braun, cold like a lion with no hair. If you ever see me fighting in the forest with a grizzly